Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Now, quick question. Do you want a fully featured controller for your PC, maybe your Switch, Android, and you want a fully featured controller with a screen, programmable buttons, for less than £40? If you do, you might want to stick around and check this out with me. What we have here is the Manba One. In the box we get, and I must say this is actually a nicely packaged item. Sometimes you get these cheaper controllers and that, and they come in a pretty boring or basic or poorly printed looking box. This one is actually decent. So we get the controller. It comes with its own dock. It comes fitted with the shorter sticks, but you also get two longer thumbsticks. You get instructions. You get an ask for help QR code, so you can get help. You get a pretty long USB-A to USB-C cable. And that is all you get. Oh, no, it's not. What's that? Ah, okay. Now, it does come with a pre-applied screen protector for the screen. That's all you get in the box. I'd say that's all you get. That's pretty good. Let's have a look at the controller itself. And there you go. It comes with these foam pads to stop the joysticks moving around while it's in packaging. I actually think it looks pretty good. You know, you've got the clear sections, so you can actually see the vibration units spinning. You've got the screen. Now, I've not taken the screen protector off yet. We'll do that now. I have been using it, as always, mate. You know me by now. I use things and then I do the review. My findings are more accurate because I've been using it for a while. First thing you'll notice, though, when you get this out of the box, it's quite heavy. I think part of that is because of the screen, part of that is because of the 1800 milliamp hour battery that it's got in it. Yeah, it is a little bit on the heavy side. As far as I know, I've not actually tried to take this off yet, but I think it's just magnetic. This is where I'll break it. Funny now, so does it come off? Yeah, that is just magnetic. So you can take it off. I think they've only got clear and black, but it says you can contact them with customizable ideas. But yeah, you can take these off. I believe on their website there's only 2 available. But as I say, it says contact them for customizable ideas. I don't know what that exactly means. This is pretty well featured. As I say, you've got that screen. You've got analog triggers. You've got your shoulder buttons. Hall effect. Everything's Hall effect as well, so you're not going to get drift or any of that rubbish to worry about. So the thumbsticks, they feel really nice. And they click in. D-pad feels great. Quite a nice D-pad. What I don't like as much, the actual A, B, X, Y buttons. They just feel a little bit cheaper than the rest of it. Now I know for this price, you can't expect premium quality as well as all these features. For buttons that you're going to be pressing quite a lot, although it annoys me sitting here, when I'm playing a game I don't really notice it. They do feel a little bit cheap though. There's no click, there's no they just feel a bit mushy. That is my only criticism of the buttons. Everything else feels really good. The other good thing about this, you have got 4 rear buttons. And they are programmable. Every button on here you can reprogram to do what you want it to do. There's another feature. So if you're playing a racing game, you need full control. As you can see, they go all the way down. If you're playing an FPS and you want to use them as your shooting button, or reload, or aim, you put these little switches down and then suddenly they're clicky. They don't go all the way down, they're just instant. I think that's a really good function. So the power button is on the back. Turn it on. It has got some rather nice looking RGB on the sides. I like that, it's subtle. And then you've got your screen. Now your screen is the screen is on this is actually quite sharp. So I'll quickly go through some of the settings. Obviously it comes with a screen. All the buttons are reprogrammable. You can do whatever you want with it. Hall effect sticks and triggers, so you're not going to get drift. You're not going to have to worry about that later on. RGB lighting. This also comes with an 1800 milliamp hour battery. I mean, I've been using this, it's down to half. I have been playing quite a few games with this. I've been playing some racing games and a bit of football. And yeah, I've not put it on charge yet. Battery seems decent. As I said earlier, it comes with a charging dock. Yeah, and it just literally sits on the charging dock like so. So it actually looks pretty good on your desk as well. You've not got a wire plugged into it. You know, just stick it on your desk somewhere, wire plugged in. USB-C plugs into the back of the charging dock. Now you can use this wired. It has got a USB-C socket on here. Now this device works with PC, Switch 1 and 2, Android and iOS. It doesn't work with Xbox or PS5. I'm not 100% sure why, but it doesn't. That's what it says on the website. It does not work with those. And also for Switch 2, it doesn't have a C button built in, but it will work with the Switch 2. It just doesn't have a C button. I don't know what the C button does. My son's got a Switch 2. I haven't even looked at it, so yeah. And this is available in black or white. But let's go and have a look what it's like at gaming. You can accelerate slowly. Or you can flow it. The level of control is really good. The level of my driving is not so good. But, you know, this actually works really well. No driving aids on, so you need more control. Anyone want to come for a ride with me? So basically, if you want to change the settings on the actual controller, configure the buttons, maybe change the vibration, you want to press the home button for 3 seconds. And then you enter the menu. You can control it from the D-pad, and the right hand button is to select, left hand button is to go back. These two here. So you go into mode, you can then change it to switch, Android TV, phone, settings. You can configure the buttons, and you can have more than one configuration. So you can have 3 different configurations plus switch. So you can change the buttons, joysticks, triggers, vibration. No vibration, and then there's 4: low, medium, high, and then max. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but that's what I like about these clear windows. You can actually see, you know, the vibration things spinning. That one is considerably more chunky. Changing the settings on this, really, really simple. So I usually leave it in the middle. Let's just go back. You can change things on the display. So the brightness, if you don't want it all the way up, you can turn it down. Probably in the middle is better, actually. LED colours, you don't have to have RGB. You can change it to certain colours. You can see on my hands. But I like the RGB. To change the settings on this, oh, you can use that as well. It is really, really easy. More, what else has it got? Languages, calibration, button testing. So that's what I mean about this being a pretty well featured controller. You've got the screen. You don't have to go into software on your phone or your computer. You can change everything from the actual device itself, which I think is really, really good. It's made well, apart from this little bit of creaking here. But when you're holding it, you don't hear that. It's only when you pick it up. I can't believe that this is £35 on Temu. Genuinely shocked by this controller. Okay, so what are my final thoughts on this Manba One Controller? Genuinely, overall, really impressed with it. Really impressed with it. There are a couple of little niggles, though. A couple of little things that are not perfect. Because of the way that these magnetic things go on, it does creak a little bit. Annoying. That's the actual plate that goes on that you can customize. It's just, it fits perfect that side. Creaks a little bit that side. I don't know why. When you're actually holding it, it doesn't do it. But as usual on this channel, I will always tell you things that I find when I'm actually using these products. That may annoy some of you more than others. But yeah, for me, it's a little bit annoying. The A, B, X, Y buttons are not great, in my opinion. They just feel a little bit mushy. Everything else feels good. All the other buttons, the back buttons, they're well placed, they feel good. There is one other little negative though, and I noticed this when I've been using it for quite a while. The other night I played about 3 hours of racing, and I did notice that on the back, the silver bit here, it just goes a little bit further than the white. It sticks out a little bit. And it's not sharp, but it's not blunt either. And it just sticks out a little bit, and I don't know why, because when you're holding it, it kind of digs into your finger a little bit. If you're holding it like that, and your fingers are like, you know, on the back, or round the actual, you know, grip, it just, after a little while, it feels a little bit uncomfortable. They are my only negatives, though, really, with this controller, because I've found this to be really good. One thing I didn't show you that was in the box, that's the dongle it comes with. Obviously, I'll put everything back in the box, instructions and everything, but I forgot the dongle because it's still in here. But yeah, it comes with a pretty decent dongle, and the connection seems really good. I've not lost connection once. I've not had any issues. There's very, very little. I mean, I'm not the fastest, best gamer. If you're a top gamer, you may notice a bit of lag, but I did not notice any lag whatsoever. So I was just, the fish caught my eye, then a couple of them were chasing each other. A couple of the bigger ones. Yeah, I've not noticed any real lag or anything like that. I've actually found this to be really, really good. The other thing that I noticed when I first started using it was the weight. It is a little bit heavy. But when you're actually playing games and that, after a while, you don't notice the weight. It's only when you first pick it up, you think, God, that's quite heavy. But this, for 35 quid on Temu, yes, I've just checked, and it's £35.68 in the UK at the moment. Delivery in as little as 1 business day. So this is clearly in local warehouse in the UK. I don't know whether it's available worldwide, but it is available on Amazon as well. So I will link it on Amazon. Amazon at the moment, they've got a plain black one, which is £55.99. Again, you've got the screen and everything, but it hasn't got the removable faceplate. Everything else looks the same. Or the white with the removable faceplate and the clear section, so you can see the vibration motors spinning. That is currently £70. So it's a little bit dearer than what I thought. It's £70 on Amazon for that one. But if you want the black one, if you're not worried about, truthfully, if you bought the black one, it would stop that creaking because it's a fixed controller. It's not removable. But yeah, I mean, even 70 quid, if I pay 70 quid, I'll be happy with this. But I paid 35 on Temu. You can't go wrong. How much is it on actually Manba? Right, so on Manba themselves, it's currently £52 for the black one and £77 for the white one. So it is cheaper on Amazon and Temu. Genuinely really impressed with this controller. For 35 quid on Temu, can't go wrong. 70 quid on Amazon, still can't really go wrong. Because of the amount of features you're getting, the amount of customization you're getting with this. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if there's something else out there that's similar price to this that you think is actually better. Wireless controller with RGB, with a screen. I don't see many controllers out there with a screen. It's nice being able to change all the settings from the device itself. Not have to go into computer settings, not have to go into phone settings. You can change them all from the actual controller. I think that is a real benefit to this. So as usual, if you've got any questions, drop a comment and I'll do my best to answer them. If you've got any suggestions for other controllers that you think I might be interested in, drop a suggestion. If you like the video, found it informative or, somewhat enjoyable, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help. If you haven't done so and you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. But that does it for this video. Hope to see you very, very soon in the next one. For now, I will say, bye guys.